Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to discuss all about wisdom teeth and understand why this tooth in particular is notorious for causing a lot of problems. So let's get straight into the video. Wisdom teeth are also known as the third molars and are the last teeth to erupt. Usually there are 4 in the mouth, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. But this can vary, as in some individuals, some of these teeth may not form at all. They usually erupt in adulthood, that is after the age of 17. These teeth are remnants of our ancient past. So our ancestors had larger jaws and they could comfortably fit 32 teeth. Unfortunately, over the period of time, the jaw sizes have started to decrease and hence these teeth have no space to erupt. So let's look at the various issues that the wisdom tooth can cause. Number 1 is pressure on the adjacent teeth. So while the tooth is erupting, it can cause a bit of pressure on the tooth in front of it, and this will usually settle down once the tooth completely erupts into position. Number 2 is that the tooth can be impacted or it might be stuck. So the tooth, if it does not have enough space to erupt, might just stay beneath the gum line or may be impacted in the bone. Sometimes these teeth may only partially erupt, that is, only part of the tooth might be in the oral cavity and one part of the tooth might be covered by a gum flap. Now this particular scenario is very tricky because it's very difficult to keep the area clean, especially the area beneath the gum flap. Number 3 is gum disease. Because of the position of the wisdom teeth, the gums around the wisdom teeth are prone to gum disease and inflammation. Number 4 is tooth decay. Because of the tooth being right at the back, many people find it difficult to keep it clean. Sometimes it might be angled in such a way that it might be tilting towards the throat region, which makes it all the more difficult to clean. So hence it is more prone to tooth decay. Number 5 is cyst formation. Sometimes cysts can develop that are associated with the wisdom teeth, and these can affect the adjacent teeth as well as destroy the bone around it. So it's very important for you to get the area assessed by a dentist at regular intervals. Number 6, and one of the most common issues, is an infection. Now, if there's an infection, you could have symptoms such as pain, swelling, difficulty in opening the mouth. You might have a fever, your lymph nodes might be inflamed as well, and basically feeling run down. Let's look into how to take care of an erupting wisdom tooth. Mild discomfort or pressure while the tooth is erupting is normal. But if there's severe pain or infection or if there's swelling, make sure you see your dentist straight away. Brush twice daily and try and clean in between your teeth. Now, if your tooth is erupting and you have a flap over the tooth, make sure you clean beneath the gum flap as well. You can use interdental brushes coated with a bit of toothpaste and go beneath the flap and keep that area clean. Try and use a mouthwash also on a regular basis and try and hold the mouthwash in that area for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now, if there's any pain, it's better to use a salt water mouth rinse instead of a regular mouthwash 2 to 3 times a day. So try and use warm water when you're using the salt rinse. So if your wisdom tooth is erupting, there are 2 options. One, if it has enough space, then you can leave it as it is and allow it to erupt into the oral cavity. But if it does not have enough space and it's coming at an angle or it's impacted, then your dentist might suggest removing the wisdom tooth. Note, it's important to visit your dentist regularly to check if the wisdom tooth is erupting properly and also to check for any potential damage to adjacent teeth. Now, because wisdom teeth sometimes can tilt forward, it can cause tooth decay in the tooth in front of it. So it's important for your dentist to check those areas and also check if there's any potential cyst formation. So your dentist might do this by taking big x-rays of the whole mouth or sometimes even small x-rays to monitor that area. Hope you found this video useful. If you have any further queries, you can visit www.dentalinfochunks.com and we'll see you soon in the next video.